there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. My name is Angela. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, I'm so glad that you are here. I do have a fabric haul to share with you guys. It's part 2 on my last video, which I'll link up here. I showed you the part 1. It was just a couple of pieces. I just have 3 pieces to share with you today from Stonemountain Daughter, one of my very favorite places to buy fabric, and the other piece is from Marcy Tilton. And I do have a full confession to make. I am on a brief hiatus from sewing any kind of garments. There's a reason for that, which I'll go into here in a little bit. So you might be wondering, as I am asking myself this, why am I still buying fabric? There's a few reasons for that. One, because it's been since last fall that I've really bought any garment fabric. So I've kind of had the itch, so to speak. I'm sure many of you can relate to that. And the second reason is that I got a little bit of a tax refund, so I put some of that away in my savings account. The rest of it's kind of earmarked for fun things, and for me, fun things is buying fabric. And the third reason is kind of related to the hiatus. It kind of keeps me in tune with garment sewing until I can get back to the shirt dress that I had in progress. But deep down, I think I really know the real reason that I'm still buying fabric is because it's a whole separate hobby than sewing, right? So with that said, let's get into it. I'm going to share these pieces with you. I have cut just the opening off of the packaging. I haven't even looked inside yet. So we're going to do this together. Let's see. This is the Stonemountain Daughter. There's 2 pieces, and they kind of got it sealed up in another little plastic overwrap here. I'm so excited about this first piece. I can see it through the wrapping. I loved it. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it on their website. If this is still available, I will link it below. I believe this is a rayon challis. Is there a front and a back, a right and a wrong side? They look pretty similar, but I think that this is the right side. You guys, this feels so good. It's so smooth. I'm going to hold it up closely so you can see all the colors. That rosy pinkish red color was what caught my eye. It also, which that is one of my colors from my color palette. It also has a little bit of orange, which I love the color orange, but it does not suit me very well. So I kind of save it for things like swimsuits when it doesn't really matter. So once again, here's the fabric. I got 2 yards of this. Pretty sure. Yeah, 2 yards. I love this so much. As soon as I saw this, I knew right away what I wanted to make, and I'm going to share that pattern with you. This is a puttering pattern. It's a B6750, and it's these pants right here, which I have made once before. I'll link that video up here in case you're interested in that. I made those pants a couple years ago. Something like that. And the fabrics called for are challis, georgette, linen, file. And for A and B, it says border prints. But here's the line drawings on that. I think that this fabric, I got a little sticker on it. You guys can see that. It says, I think I've had this from them before. It says, a little extra just for you. So sometimes when we're cutting fabric, we realize there's just a little extra. That's what happened here. Your yardage includes a few extra inches of fabric free of charge. So this is pretty sweet. If you guys can see, looks like they cut a sample out for someone maybe. I mean, that's probably 1/4 yard extra right there. So yay for me. And I'm going to hold this up with the pattern so you guys can kind of take a look at that. I think that that'll be really, really perfect for these pants. When I did these before, I did it out of a crepe that I got from Joann Fabrics. And is it polyester blend maybe, but it worked out fine. But it has that same drapey hand that this does, so I think that this will be perfect. I am so excited about this. So pretty. And I can't wait to get back to my garment sewing. I have a shirt dress in progress. I can see my progress hanging right over there on my dress form. So I can't wait to get back to that. In the meantime, if you missed this in my last video, the reason I'm taking a break from garment sewing is because I was commissioned to do a couple of quilts for a relative of mine. And working on that now. If you are interested, I'll show that at the end of this video once we're done looking at these gorgeous fabrics. And then this next one is a raspberry colored poplin. And how much of this? I think I just got 1.5 yards of this. Yeah, it looks like about 1.5 yards. I'll hold it up there. That's a gorgeous color. And I kind of had grabbed this rayon challis out again. I kind of got these two to sort of go together. This is one of my very favorite colors, and there's enough of that rosy pink in the challis that I think it will look lovely with a blouse made out of this. 1.5 yards, and I don't know if it's, was it 60 inches? I think it's 60 inches wide. Yeah, that looks about right. So I could get a decent blouse out of this, even if it's you know, sleeveless or something like that, or you know, tunic length blouse maybe. I haven't really looked too much through my patterns for something out of this yet. So you know, there's a lot of options. So that wasn't as important to me as knowing exactly what I wanted to make with this, because this is kind of just going to be the supporting garment to kind of complement this fabric here. So that's my haul from Stonemountain Daughter. I've had this in-house for maybe about a week, just waiting till I could jump back onto camera to show it to you guys. And what have we got next? You can see here I've got my little tray extension table to go that came with my machine. That is for the quilt that I'm working on, specifically for the quilting process, just to support the weight of the quilt, make it easier to move that quilt around under the machine. Are any of you guys quilters? I know that a lot of you are primarily garment sewists, but I'm sure there's got to be some of you who also quilt. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear all about your quilting adventures. What do you like best, sewing clothes or sewing quilts? I kind of go back and forth with that. I started out sewing clothes in my 20s, mid-20s, early to mid-20s. And then when I was in my early 40s, I started getting into quilt making, and I kind of dropped off sewing clothes for a long time and just focused exclusively on quilts and crafts, maybe some home decor, and have just recently gotten back into quilts a few years ago. But although trying to get the timeline right in my head, it's been 2 or 3 years since I've actually finished a quilt. I have a couple that are in progress. I have one quilt top that I've set aside. Doing this, I'm pointing here because that quilt I'm working on is on my big table here, has kind of sparked my interest in doing quilts. So I think I'm going to have to find like a happy balance between quilting and garment making, kind of going back and forth. So I want to do both of them now. So this piece here just came yesterday, I think. I'm recording this on Friday, March 21st. I don't often buy things from Marcy Tilton because it's kind of like it prices me out. Oh, dropped the packing slip. Many times her fabrics, while they're so beautiful, I get kind of priced out. Like I can't spend all my money on one piece of fabric that's going to cost me $115 or something like that. So it's kind of a treat when I get something from Marcy Tilton, or I wait until there's good sale, and even then the prices are still kind of high. The fabrics are beautiful though. I like this packaging here. I'm going to unwrap this. And this is a stretch sateen. Lightweight though, not heavy. Look at this. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's sort of a cream colored background with some tropical leaves in multiple colors in case the coloring is not coming through right on the screen. I love this so much. And I did go ahead and get 3 yards of this because I know that I want it. Hey there, Editing Angela jumping in here real quick. I had a little bit of a microphone issue at this point and the sound quality kind of went south, so to speak. So I'm just going to do a voiceover. It just lasts for about a minute and then it'll get back to normal. So regarding this tropical floral print, I knew I wanted a dress out of it, but I wasn't exactly sure which dress. So that's why I bought 3 yards of it, because it just kind of covers all the bases. And I was kind of flipping through my patterns before starting this video just to have something to share with you guys. And I pulled out an old style pattern. It's 2271. Do you guys remember the Old Style Pattern Company? I have maybe 5-ish of their patterns. They were still in business and printing patterns back when I was learning how to sew. So I do have a few of those that I picked up then. This particular pattern is from 1993. And the fabrics called for are cotton lawn, washed silk, handkerchief linen, chambray, crepe de chine, and synthetics. So I feel like this wasn't listed. This was a stretch sateen, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I didn't write it down in my notes, but the listing did say that it's lightweight and suitable for a dress. And this is the pattern. I'll bring that in a little closer for you. That is a fun little summer dress. I thought that it could be one option for this. I'll show you the line drawings there. I hope that's coming in clear for you, and I'll show you the front once again. I've never made this, but I do think it's so cute. And for some reason, I just feel like this would do well. The pattern, like the fun, tropical, colorful leaves, would suit the style. And I feel like the weight of the fabric would be okay too. It's lightweight enough. I mean, I wouldn't call it drapey. It does have a little bit of stiffness in it. I mean, as you would expect with a sateen. This calls for a cotton lawn though, and I feel like, I haven't worked with lawn too much, but I feel like it reminds me of this a little bit. So I think that that would work. I'm not saying for sure it'll be that pattern, but I think that that's a great option. Love this so much. And happily, like most, if not all of these colors, there's a little bit of orange in there, but it doesn't matter. It's not much. Most of these colors work for me. So happy about that. So that is my fabric haul that I'm sharing with you today. If you're interested in seeing the progress that I've made on this first one of 2 quilts that I'm making, I'm going to turn the camera around and share that with you right now. I've done the quilt sandwich. It's all, and I've sprayed it with 505 spray. It's my first time using that spray to any extent. I normally use pins to pin the sandwich together, but I thought I would try that spray this time. Seems to be holding together pretty well, although I just put the sandwich together today. So we'll see how it holds up under the machine. I am going to go ahead and do a pin at each corner and then maybe a couple in the center. So this is what the other side looks like. I think that this is like the nicer side. These are mostly dress shirts, polo shirts with, 1 or 2 t-shirts kind of mixed in. But these were his clothes, and it's been kind of a little, bittersweet to do this. It's an honor to do this, but at the same time, so I'm just hoping that she likes it. Altogether, let me back up to give you a sense of scale. So the quilt, when finished, will measure about 50 inches by 50 inches, so it's a throw size. And I went ahead and put an extra wide border on, although that will be trimmed down. And this other side with the lighter, brighter fabrics was already right about 50 by 50. So that's why I added this border on, to kind of bring it up to size to match the back or the other side. Yeah, but I can't wait to share this with you guys once it's all done. And once I've handed it over to her, I've been sending her progress pics. So she's getting to see the quilt before you guys do. I'm not like sharing this with the whole world before she even gets to see it. So she's aware of what it's looking like, and kind of been texting back and forth with her about design decisions. She's been pretty kind of leaving things up to me as far as design, but I want to make sure that everything's kind of, going in the right direction, that she's liking it, and give her a chance if she wants any changes made and things like that. I did try to clear off my sewing table for, as much as I can. I still got some, notions and tools and things down there, but I really needed all the space. So it was really nice that this kind of forced me to clear off my table. I had it stacked with books and, oh gosh, this and that. Like, all this whole side was just stacked with stuff. So my room definitely needed some organizing. So what did you guys think about the quilt? It's been really fun for me to do this. Once I am totally done with this quilt and I've given it to the recipient, I'm going to kind of share all the ins and outs that I found while making my very first quilt using shirts, stretchy knit shirts. So more to come on that. We are right now at what I consider the toughest part of quilting. I love choosing the colors that go together, the pattern. I love the piecing of it. To me, the quilting is actually the hardest part, maybe because I just don't have as much experience doing that. So fingers crossed, wish me good luck, send the good thought waves to me on that I don't screw it up. And that's about it for today. I hope that you'll come back next time when I am going to do a little update on my serger here. It's a Brother 1034D. I've had it for just about a year now, and I've gotten requests to do like a 1 year, like 1 year later. How do I like it? What's been my experience with it? So I'm going to be very happy to share that with you guys. That's going to come next. Look for that to come within the next week or so. I promise to do better with getting these videos out a little more regular. Right now, it's been just a little bit tough. I've been spending some time going out of town to stay with my mom. She had surgery recently. She's doing very well, nice recovery. So it's been, I've kind of been a little bit out of tune. And when I am at home, I'm working on this quilt. So more videos to come later. I'll get back into the swing of it. So I hope to see you next time for the serger review. Until then, take care.